חד. חברים, בוקר טוב. נא לקחת את ספרי הלימוד כבר עכשיו. אנחנו לוקחים איתנו תלמוד 10 הספירות.
Good morning, friends. Let's take the books already. Get them ready. We need Tess, Volume 1, and Kabbalah for the student.
חדרה, בבקשה.
Chadera, please.
Good
morning, World Kli. The tens in duty today are New York, 10 number 4, Bogota, Queens, 10 number 6, Chadera, Petach Tikva, 10 number 13, and Chadera.
היה לכם לדעת שהרבה ניצוצי קדושה ישנם בכל אחד מהחבורה, ובאוספכם כל
You should know that there are many sparks of holiness in the group, and when you gather all the friends together in love and friendship, you will have a very important level of holiness for the time being from the light of life. Bala Sulam, letter number 13. Petach Tikva, go ahead.
Workshop question. What is the point in the heart? Again, what is the point in the heart? Active workshop.
The point in the heart is the purest, truest inclination, tendency by which you can detect if he is being drawn to the Creator or not.
Yes, it's that attraction, that inclination towards the wisdom of Kabbalah, to attain, to know, and even to govern all of reality, to know the rules of reality, the beginning, the end, the whole process.
I would say it's a point of dedication to connection with the Creator, and it's the only thing that desire sees before it, and compared to this world, you can't even compare the importance of the connection with this upper quality which is currently hidden, but it's felt like something very, very desirable.
Yes, it's the created being's chance for adhesion. It's a point that has some similarity to the quality of bestowal.
It's that part that wants to be adhered to the Creator and be giving like Him.
The point in the heart is a gift that we've received, which provides us direction in life and a goal. And we need to learn how to appreciate this gift and how to fulfill it.
Yep, exactly. It's the greatest gift a person receives. It's what helps him shift from a state of beast to a state of man. It's a very special desire that comes to very special people who want to discover something beyond this corporeal world.
Yes, it's a special desire, unlike any desire of this world. It's a part of God from above, and it's a call from the Creator. That's how He calls us and draws us closer.
The form of desire that wants to be attached to the quality of bestowal.
Perhaps it can also be said that the point in the heart is that part of the Creator which is present in each and every individual. To begin with, it's completely concealed, but according to that, the readiness of that part in the system to return to adhesion, these concealments are gradually removed from him, and that point starts to pull itself back towards adhesion.
It is that attraction that doesn't let a person calm down and not settle until he attains the dvekut, the adhesion. It's an inclination to the midline, to going above reason, if we use Kabbalistic terminology.
And what's special about it is that it exists only in the condition that it's part of a group of points in the heart, and only this formation can give it sustenance, because as much as it's yearning and strong and on fire. It's stronger than anything, but in a minute, in a moment, it can just be quenched under a mountain of desires and be not felt for who knows how long.
There's like a field of bestowal, and this point is drawn to this field, but it's drawn only at a certain point. When you move to get closer beyond that point, you have to connect it to other points in the heart.
On to the next question.
How do we connect the points in the heart during the lesson? How do we connect the points in the heart during the lesson? Active workshop.
We need to constantly develop our sensors, so to speak, towards others during the lesson. And while we're concentrated on the text or answering some question in the workshop, I need to be with an open heart towards the rest of the friends.
It is to feel that you want to hold everybody's hands and be with everyone in a circle.
Yes, and because it's a desire which exists or is found above this world, we ignore everything that exists in this world. A person's character, his appearance, all his corporeal qualities, and we relate only to his inner desire to discover spirituality, and only about that do we think, and only in that do we engage.
How do we bring it closer? We ask to get help. We pray to meet, to bring the points in the heart closer, which is the principle of our lives, for the Creator. And this is the place where we can bring Him contentment.
Yes, we try to paint or portray to ourselves as much as we can these points as connected by the upper force. We come to the request for Him to connect us.
In truth, I don't know what to say. Yesterday too, I had this question all day long. What does it mean to connect the sparks, the points at the center? What's important is that you have the inner inclination. If you have some desire, some inclination to connect among us, even if we don't know what we're connecting, we're trying to return to one another, then I think we are connecting the points.
For many years, we were all, each one by himself. No one could understand someone else, come closer. We couldn't understand the world even until we were assembled together, gathered, and we need to be very thankful for the fact that we've been assembled here together to work on discovering that upper force that takes care of us.
Right. In the end, assembling the points in the heart should be summed up as a mutual turning, a connection of all those yearnings. I think, to an extent, it's also helplessness, because there is we see how I've worked hard yesterday throughout the whole lesson. We were all in it. Just to clarify and kind of give life to something that should be the most obvious. It's the will to, it's a point in the heart. It's what brought us to the wisdom of Kabbalah. But it isn't. It's so elusive, and the ego is very sneaky and wraps it up in all kinds of ways, making us think like we can do without it. But now that we're waking up, and the name of the lesson is an attack on connection. So this is what we have to do now.
Yes, and what's in common is we have a goal in common when we're here together. And if we try even to a tiny extent to connect our desires together, our points in the heart, then there'll be an upper force that'll operate on us and connect us together.
Each of us has ups and downs, and we get awakenings or indifference or whatever we get from above. But the very fact that we're sitting together allows us to connect all of these states into one thing. And then if we look at us as a collective, then we'll never fall.
Yes, to connect the points in the heart. Even if we don't know it, that's what we're doing right now. It's what we all want, all of us together. And so to maintain this feeling throughout the day, we all want it together.
Right. That's all we want, to connect the points in the heart. Really, an attack on connection. That's all of our request, our prayer. With this intention, we go into this lesson. And this is what we want. Just so, without any whys, this is what we're going to do.
Yes, we're concentrated only on the points in the heart. That's the principle, that's the force. And together with the Rav,
we have to exalt. Hello, friends. We're reminding you we're not using phones during the lesson except those on duty who receive personal permission. Anyone asking a question is requested to stand up, hold the microphone close to his mouth, and speak loudly and clearly. Today, we're going to have a lesson. Today's topic is an attack on connection, and we're going to continue with silent preparation for the lesson.
Hello,
today's topic is an attack on connection. You can ask questions at cab.tv. Selected questions related to the topic will be asked here during the lesson.
It's obvious to us, clear to us from the study of the wisdom of Kabbalah that the most important thing is the connection between us, by which we reconstitute the Kli of Adam, which was shattered and was given to us to fix. Our work is the correction of the vessels, where we reconnect all of the broken pieces, and this is done by connecting together, us. It's a gradual connection. And the process is, first of all, to try to connect, then to find what hinders us, and to determine that what hinders us is actual resistance towards connection. These qualities are within us. It's not the one that, the thing that hinders us is external, rather it's within. And we need not to fight against it, but rather to correct it. As we say, we turn an enemy to a lover, that we take this enemy, this hater, when we join him, add him to the connection, it turns out that the connection is then 620 times stronger, deeper than it was prior to the shattering. The shattering, it's not exactly a shattering per se, it's more the revelation of the evil which was deposited ahead of time. It was present within the form of Adam HaRishon, but was not revealed, undisclosed. And by his action, where he wanted to use these qualities of reception, he wanted to use them in order to bestow, and it didn't pan out, and they were found to be in order to receive. And so we need to understand the essence of the shattering, the essence of the sin. It's the revelation of evil which was prepared for him ahead of time and was revealed. And therefore he now feels that he's shattered. Shattered, he cannot observe this or perform this connection as it was before. We are outcomes of this operation, which is called the sin, the shattering, the ruin, and we need to... There's a blackout. What's happening? Are we broadcasting? Can anyone tell me? Yes?
Main
out comes from me, but this is broadcast from here, right? All right, well, so we talked about how the sin of Adam HaRishon is simply the revelation of the will to receive in order to receive, which was deposited in him, called the Achoraim, or the posterior of his Partzuf, which he did not use, and when he used it, it was discovered to be the posterior, which are the Achoraim, which are uncorrected, meaning to receive in order to bestow. And these desires were discovered, and this is defined as the evil inclination. We define it as opposing connection. The will to receive, which comes against the will to bestow. It was under the tzimtzum, under the restriction, not to work with, in order to receive, in order to bestow. And so this formation called Adam HaRishon, when it started working with these desires in receiving in order to bestow, it was found that he's sinning, meaning working in order to